What's up, party people? This is your friend and confidant, the Chill Gamer, bringing you 10 tips that you probably didn't know. Now, some of these you might, and that's cool. I would be curious to see which ones you did and did not know. The first one has to do with fully utilizing your companion. This is Piper.
Shoot.
So with Piper, I have given her a flamer, a large one, and lots of ammo. Now, hopefully you know that you can give your partner a gun, but if you don't give them plenty of ammo, they will not use it. They'll go back to their default gun, which for Piper is a regular 10mm pistol. But what you may not have known, this is your first tip, is you can also give them explosives, and they will use those in combat. So I gave her 7 Molotov cocktails. You could also give grenades. I haven't tried mines. I don't really want to risk that. But I'm going to ask Piper to come kill this Mirelurk. Let's see if she'll do it. Don't inspect it. Don't inspect it. Let's kill him.
If we're gonna dance,
Attack.
let's dance.
Alright, so she goes. She's probably not going to use a Molotov at that distance, but let's see if it comes. There it goes, yeah. So as you can see, guys, getting your companion well armed is worth it. Much better attack power, and giving her some throwables, whether it's a grenade or a Molotov cocktail, is a really good suggestion. Tip number, one. So these next 2 tips I'm going to show off here in Sanctuary. One has to do with building up your settlements. If you've seen a random settler like this just walking around and you're not sure if they do anything, highlight them and it will automatically show you their job. So this guy doesn't actually do anything. I'm going to command him to work in the garden.
Okay.
So it will tell me he's assigned, and now when I highlight him, it tells me exactly where he's working. So if he were working at a shop, or if he was working at a scrap station, or on the artillery. Where's my artillery guy? He's got to be around here somewhere. At any rate, that is your first tip. So what is that? Tip number 2. Tip number 3 is going out to all you power armor lovers. Have you ever wished that you could bring 2 power suits into battle? Did you know that you can? So this is something I figured out sort of by accident, so I'm assuming that it's not a well-known strategy. We're going to try to find Piper. There she is.
Just let me know.
And I'm going to have her enter. Oh wait, I can't enter it. There we go. Back up a little bit.
Can do.
And now you can have her enter the power armor. So when you go into battle, you'll have 2 sets. If you want her to get out, you just command again, and she'll hop right out, which is kind of cool, right? So there you have it, guys. Now Piper and I are ready to roll in 2 sets of power armor. Very cool. The next tip will also be,
Point the way.
it's a little tricky. I think you have to be out of the power armor to get her to leave. Anyway, once you're out of the power armor, you can command her to leave. So there you go, guys. That is tip number 3, and that's a pretty cool one. Alright, tip number 4 goes out again to you power armor lovers. This is a minor tip. You can still activate your headlamp, just the way you do your Pip-Boy. For me, it's the left bumper. And I have this customized purple light. But that's your minor tip. Your major tip is right where I'm standing. So make your way to the Adam Cat's garage if you are a power armor lover. Sorry, let's go back. So the Adam Cat's garage, adjacent to the Warwick homestead if you did the Minutemen quests, and University Point if you investigated that. And up here we have our castle. So there you go, guys. The Adam Cat's garage is a great place to customize because they have things for sale here that nobody else will do, including fusion cores if you need some more fusion cores and that kind of stuff. Not to mention, you know, there's some pretty cool little quests involved with this group. So there you have it, guys. That is tip number 4. Get to the Adam Cat's garage and you can customize your suit a little bit more. They've got some unique stuff for sale.
We could use a few more suits around here.
That's true, Rowdy. There you go, guys. Tip number 5. Tip number 5 and 6. are not related, but I'm going to show you. First thing I want to do is show you supply lines. Supply lines basically are the way that your settlements can stay connected. So if I hit the left bumper, show supply lines, this shows me everything that's connected. Now, the way that I've been running this is I'm storing all of my junk and supplies here at the truck stop, and that way I'm just having one person from each settlement connected to the truck stop, and this allows me to basically access everything that I've collected from every settlement. So if I want to build a bunch of stuff here, I have access to everything I've collected here. You could spread it around if you wanted. I mean, obviously I don't have everything connected just yet, but that's my general strategy. Now, if you don't know how to do supply lines, the first thing you need is this perk. Under Charisma, you need the local leader perk. I put 2 stars, but if you put the first star, this tells you supply lines between your workshop settlements. Now, how do you actually make supply lines work? So here's your tip if you don't know. You've got to go into build mode, and then you select someone who, I mean, they don't necessarily have to be free. They could have another job. But I'm going to hit right button supply line, and it's going to ask me where do you want to send them. I think I don't have much going on in Hangman's Alley, so I'm going to have him work there. And at this point, I won't see him very often. He'll be off with these caravans like that. But now, if I go to Hangman's Alley, I can access every single thing that I have saved here in my inventory, which is all the junk I've collected, or scrap, or whatever. So that was tip, 5, I guess? Here's tip 6. This has to do with diversions. If you get a little bit bored, or you just want to have a little fun, you can go to any terminal and actually play different games. The games you collect are from different magazines. So I'm going to hit X for load holotape. Some of them are actually notes and things, but some of them are games. The one that I've been having the most fun with is the Grognak game. It's a little role-playing game within a role-playing game. It's kind of cool. So this is just a fun little thing that you might have missed if you know, you find yourself in a warm but well-kept tavern. So there you go, guys. That's tip 5 and 6, supply lines and playing a game within a game. Swift, like I have a choice. Alright, party people, this next tip has to do with money. And
you again. Alright, got
making
plenty
it
of supplies.
I'll take a look. Sure.
One thing I didn't realize until I played the game quite a bit is that ammo is a lot easier to come by than caps. So basically what I do, instead of spending cash, like let's say I need a shipment, right? Shipments typically are pretty expensive. Alright, here we go. This adhesive, pretty expensive at $13.56. So what I'll do is go into my ammo, and basically I sell down to about 100 rounds of ammo. That's about all I really need. And some of this ammo is very valuable. Like if we come down here to the fusion cell, that's 2 a piece. So if I sold, 387 or so, roughly speaking, that's going to give me over 100 left, which is fine. I'm not even using this gun. So at this point, I've already cut half of this purchase out, which is great. And you do this for about everything. Sell 140 of these or so. And you quickly begin to make money. So keep that in mind, that basically your ammo is a really great source of money, and keeping money, making money. So keep that in mind. And there you go. So I've already made 60 caps off of this purchase just by selling stuff I never use. Okay, this next tip goes out to anyone who's just starting the game. I want to show you where you can get your first set of power armor. So you obviously start the game here, Sanctuary, probably make it to here. If you get to Concord and do the Museum of Freedom quest, there is a suit of power armor right there. So make sure you don't divert too far off the path. Go ahead and finish that quest. That way you'll have a suit of power armor right off the bat. And you'll also have access to the quests of the Minutemen, which I'm going to talk about for the next tips. So that goes to any new people and finding your first suit of power armor. Alright, the next 2 tips are about the Minutemen, And really, in my opinion, sticking with the Minutemen quests early on is the best way to play this game, because what happens is, as you complete the quests and respond when people cry for help, is you wind up with a ton of really cool settlements. You know, I showed earlier my supply lines, but basically this allows you to have all kinds of settlements and have them be connected. This gives you access to, you know, ways to make money, really cool, like safe places to rest and all that kind of stuff. And one of the coolest things is not too long after you start all the quests, you battle for this castle, which is where I'm at right now. Castle is here. So this is the Minutemen Castle, and it's a really cool place to fortify and grow a settlement. I'm up to like 20 people in the settlement, and it's growing, you know, really quickly. So I would definitely that's one of my tips, is to stick with the Minutemen quest, do it early on, and you'll reap the benefits as you go. Now the last tip has to do with this castle itself. Once you unlock the castle, show up, you know, a few days later, and you're gonna run into an elderly lady. I don't know if she's around. She might actually be in the armory, and she will help you unlock the armory. And I've looted it, but the armory has all kinds of really cool stuff, not to mention, you know, a weapons bench. And this is her right here, Ronnie Shaw, man. She's a badass of an old lady. Alright guys, there you go. Those are 10 tips. I would really like to know if you knew all of these and this video was not helpful, or if you learned a couple of things that you did not know. Definitely leave me a comment, subscribe, like, all that jazz. Really, I'd like to know if this video was useful or helpful in any way. Thanks a lot guys. This is the Chill Gamer signing off. Have a great holiday season.